Hello, I haven't been here in a little while and thought I'd stop by and make a little video. Um, One of the things that's come up for me a lot is how to work with emotions. And I'll be honest, this is something I practiced with for years. And, when I was younger, if I could have wished away anxiety and just never felt it again, I would have said, please sign me up. And I think one of the harshest awakenings for me was realizing that this isn't something that I can just have disappear. But the other side to that is it's also very manageable and we can change how we relate to it. And that changes how it shows up too. And that's the same for all of our emotions. And um, so I'm not going to be able to tell you that there's a way to get rid of anger, that there's a way to not feel sad, or there's a way to not feel anxious. Those are part of the human experience. And to be honest, I don't think I would wish that for anybody to not feel those things because that's what gives us the richness of being human. But what I can do is help you relate differently with your emotions. And I just want to demonstrate that a little bit today because often what happens is we have an emotion and we feel it so personally and so deeply that we kind of feel like we're identifying with the emotion. I am so angry. Um, I am so depressed. I am so sad. And that feeling kind of takes over and clouds everything and it filters everything that we do because we're thinking so much about this emotion and I need to get rid of this emotion. But the truth is, we actually don't have to get rid of our emotions to keep living our life in a way that we want to. So, what happens is one of the first steps, and this takes a little bit of practice, and that's okay, is that we want to learn to become an observer of our emotions. So, rather than it being, this is me, I am an anxious person, I am an angry person, I am a depressed person. It would be to create a bit of space and become an observer that says, I am feeling angry. I feel sadness. I feel anxiety. And that puts a bit of space. And what that space reminds us is that we are not what we feel. We are humans with a feeling. And feelings are never permanent. It can feel like it is. My gosh. But even across the course of a day, even if somebody feels anxious 80% of the day, there's little breaks. There's little breaks. But we're not an emotion all the time. So we want to learn that we can observe this. And you can try this right now. Whatever emotion that you're feeling, can you imagine it in this blue cube? And we're going to spend some time with it. It might be uncomfortable. Emotions can be uncomfortable, but it doesn't mean they're bad and it doesn't mean they're going to stay around forever either. We can sit with them. So we're going to take a look at this. Also, where do we feel it in your body? So, whatever the emotion is, and this might be, I'm going to use anger as an example. If anger is showing up in me, where do I feel it? Is it something I feel in my chest? Is it something I feel in my stomach? Maybe in my head? Maybe I feel prickly or hot. And in this moment, what is this anger telling me? Usually, our emotions tell us something about our values, something about what's important to us in life. So, if I'm feeling angry right now, what is it telling me about my values? Does it have to do something with fairness? Is it something to do with honesty, justice? What does it have to do with respect, belonging? So, I'm going to pay attention to that. Our emotions are communicators of information. And that information is really important. It tells us what things matter to us and what's important. It gives us information. So I want to say, you know what? I'm going to spend a bit of time with you. I'm going to pay attention and I'm listening to what you're trying to tell me because I know you're not going to be here the whole time. So I'm listening, I'm paying attention. What's the next thing I can do that would actually make me feel a bit more comforted right now? So if it's anger, what's the next thing that would help me? Do I need a few deep breaths? Do I need to do something kind for myself? Do I need to take a break to cool down before I talk to anybody? I'm going to listen to that and I'm going to think about what I need to do to take care of myself. And then the next most important thing, perhaps one of the most important things, is my next step. One of the biggest things we tend to do, and this can happen very quickly. So, this is why we want to slow things down and practice with them, because what happens is we get caught up in the feeling, I'm angry. I am so angry. I cannot believe how angry I am right now. And then we let that block our vision because I am now so identified with being angry. And the next thing I'm do is I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to shut down and maybe I'll sit in a room or whatever the next actions are. I'm going to let it be dictated by this feeling I'm having right now. And I'm going to let it happen until the feeling goes away. The, the issue is we don't have to have the feeling go away to make our next choice. But what I can do is change how I'm relating with this feeling. I can put this on my palm. I can put it away from my line of vision. I'm still carrying this feeling. I still have it. It's still here. And yeah, my hand might get tired, but I'm going to carry it. I'm going to nurture it. I'm going to listen to it. I know you're here. I know you're going to go away. I'm going to take care of you while you're here. But what I am going to do is keep my vision clear. So the next choices that I make are still ones that are aligned with my values, my goals. There are things I can still do that put me in the direction of the life that I want to lead, the day that I want to have, the next hour that I want to have. I can do those things. I have choice, even when I'm carrying this. So I don't have to keep it right here to know that it's here. I can still acknowledge it and say, I know you're here. I feel you. I see you. I've got you. But I'm going to loosen the grip. I'm going to carry it lightly. And that's something I think that we can really practice with. And if you do it over time, it's not going to be perfect every time. You're not going to do it every time in the beginning. But if you practice with this, it's going to work. It's going to help you. I can feel something. I can feel so upset. I could feel sad, but I can carry whatever that is because this is going to pass. And then another emotion is going to come up, and it could be anxiety or nervousness. And I'm going to carry that, and I'm still going to go about the next thing I need to do today. I'm not going to let it shut me down. I'm going to carry it. And then that's going to pass, and the next emotion is going to come up. And every time that comes up, I'm going to do the same thing. But it doesn't take me off track of the life that I want to live and the way I want to have my day go. These things are messengers. I don't want them to go away. I just don't want them to control my life. I hope that makes sense. And I hope you can practice with this and see how it works for you. Have a great day.